Hi everyone, let's begin our class today. We have read this poem, Keeping Quiet. You have been explained very nicely, stranger by stranger. And today we'll be touching upon some very important points of keeping quiet. So let's get started with stranger 1. So I'll be reading stranger 1 and then I'll be discussing some important points. So if we look at stranger 1, now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. Very remarkable thing which we find here is number 12. The point to be noted that number 12 represents the needles which we find in a clock, and our time, our space, everything is just limited to these needles. Each and every time, each and every moment of our life is scheduled in such a way. We are limited to this clock. We cannot stay without clock at all. So it's very important over here, number 12. Once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Another very important thing is the poet appeals to the people not to speak in any language. What does he want to convey here? He wants to convey all humanity that at least for a second we should keep quiet. What does he wants to convey? That we have to maintain silence. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. Again, which is notable here, arms. This word has two meanings. Arms suggest our arms, our hands, and arms is ammunition as well, weapons. Means and not move our arms so much. Here arm represent that we should not move our arms, we should stop our lives for a second. And next, it is conveyed by this word that we should stop waging wars against each other. Next, stanza 2. It would be an exotic moment. Here, exotic moment. He sees this silence will be an exotic moment. When we leave everything and we come to a halt, it will be exotic. Very strange, unusual. Because we are habitual of noise, rush, running. That's why it will be exotic moment. Without rush, without engines, we would all be together in a sudden strangeness. The poet calls this moment of silence as strangeness because we are not habitual. This is not normal. Silence we cannot see anywhere. That's why it's strange for us. Here, remarkable alliteration. These lines are remarkable for alliteration. W sound is repeated again and again. Would, W, without W, VW, would means again and again. W sound is repeated. So we find a beautiful alliteration over here. Next is stanza 3. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt's hands. So what do we find? That W sound, starting from the stanza 1 to the last one, W sound is predominant. It is repeated again and again. Means we can say the alliteration runs from line 1 to the last line. And this is unifying the words all together over here. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the main gathering Saul would look at his herd's hand. Here we see that the poet appeals, taking one example, that the fishermen should not hurt wells. What does he wants to speak here? What does he want to say? He's not saying that we should not target well. By this word, well is through this metaphor. He wants to convey the message: we should stop killing animals, whether they live in water or they are on ground. We should not harm animals at all, and this is a kind gesture for harmony towards the animal beings. And here we find that he's not talking about harmony between human beings, but he wants that we should live peacefully and in harmony with other creatures of this earth. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the main gathering salt would look at his hands. Main gathering salt. Here he takes the example of a man who gathers salt. If he does not gather salt, he has to go hungry. And if he go on that work, he has to hurt his hand. So we can find a dilemma here. We find a contradiction here. Both the options he has to go with these two. He cannot sit at home. He has to fill his stomach. He has to supply his need. He has to run his family. That's why he hurts his hand. Means finding something gives us pain. If you want to achieve something, we have to sacrifice another. So he says, this life is like this. We find something, we lose something. Losing and finding this game goes on. That's why we should see to our pain, our suffering. We should not run behind the money all the time. We should stop. We should introspect, and we should think about ourselves. Next, Stranger 4. Those who prepare green wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. Here we find a very remarkable thing, that those who prepare green wars. Again we find one example that the poet again and again asking humanity to live in harmony not only with the animals but with the plants. We should not destroy plants. We should not harm environment as well, because if the environment is pure, environment is clean, we would be able to survive and live in this planet for the coming days. Otherwise we will reach to our destruction. So he urges, he appeals all the humanity to stop wars and live in harmony. Wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivor. Here he is bringing a beautiful picture in front of us, that if two countries, two nations fight each other, no survivor. One has to lose, one has to gain. Means he is asking the people to stop violence, to stop wars, to live in harmony. He says, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. Doing nothing. He does not want to say that we should sit idle. We should leave all our work, and it is very beautifully explained in the coming line. And the poet says, but what I should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. He says that silence should not be taken as inactivity. We have to maintain silence. We have to speak to ourselves. We have to speak to our fellow beings. We have to speak to our family members, our brothers, sisters, uncle, aunt, our family members, our neighbors. We should love and care for each and everyone. It does not mean that we should leave work. And next he will be giving the example of earth, which we have already seen. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. Very remarkable line, truck with death. He says, I'm not associating silence with death. Ultimately, one day or another we will all die. He says, if we are not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, we can't do nothing about our deaths. People, human beings in one day or another, everybody is perishable. One day or another, everybody has to die. He says it will come spontaneously. He says, my silence should not be confused with inactivity or death. Death is the perfect silence. So we should be going on till our death. We should work, but we have to spare little time for ourselves, and we have to communicate to ourselves. We have to see what we are and what we are doing. Perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Next he says, people knowingly, unknowingly threaten their own. They threaten themselves. We can't understand because we all are in a rush. We don't give time to ourselves. Knowingly, unknowingly, deliberately, indeliberately, we run and run, and in this process of running, we forget ourselves and we hurt ourselves, and we reach to our destination. We threaten our life and threaten its death. He says we should understand ourselves. At least we should not wage wars against our own being. We should not be the self-killer. We should avoid things which hurt us, which harms us, which harm our own being, which kill our own being. So here the poet wants to convey that we should introspect and think about ourselves, that if we are not putting our lives in danger by doing things like we can take the example overeating, eating this and that may invite lot of troubles, and we can put our life in danger. So we should see to it that what to eat and what not to eat. There may be a lot of more examples, right? Using the technology, using and dependence on technology a lot, it will invite cancer. So using lot of chemicals invite cancer. So we should avoid all these things. We should see to it. We should understand the gravity of all these things. Next, stanza 6. Perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead, and let her prove to be alive. Now I will count up to 12, and you keep quiet, and I'll go. Lastly, he says, I'll go now. He wants to say bye to us, and very beautifully he teaches us that we should learn from earth. Earth is the greatest teacher on this, means for us. Earth seems to be inactive. It seems to be silent. It seems to be constant, but it is not constant. It keeps on moving, but it seems so. Our lives should be like that. We should work hard and hard. We should do all our activities. We should be engaged in our works. We have to make progress. We have to do each and everything. But at the same time, we have to be very, very quiet. We should give time to ourselves. That is what is nicely explained here and conveyed by the poet. This is all for the day, and we have done this poem very nicely, and we have revise all the important points as well. So you all are requested to write a brief summary what all you have learned listening to this video. I hope you must have understood well. So write a summary on the best of your reading. Bye everyone. We'll be going to another topic in the coming class.